Hi, hello friends, welcome back to Max Lecture Series. In this series, we will be calculating vector calculus. So far, we have been understood so many properties under vector calculus. So now today lecture, we are going to learn something new. So before entering into the question, I would like to give one small homework question. If you observe here, a vector field is defined. Vector field P is equal to x into I vector minus y into j vector plus z into k vector. For this, what you have to do is calculate del cross f, that is curl. You are requested to calculate curl of P. I always told you, whenever you are finding del cross, it means its actual meaning is curl of P. Suppose if I am putting one more del cross, then what is the actual meaning? Curl of P. So this del cross P can also be written as curl of P. That is the alternative representation. So curl of P can be written as del cross P. You have to identify this one. After that, take the second one. Calculate the value of del dot P minus del square P. Take this to estimate these two values. So what you have to do here, it is, if you observe, see there, you know how to do this, but I would like to clear you one small thing. Just to focus on this value. It can also be written as del dot P. Most of the people are sometimes how people will write this one is, they will be writing the first one, they will be write gradient. The second one, they will be writing it as divergence of P. Now most of you are confusing, sir, both are del only, why they are putting gradient and divergence here? You know the actual meaning of gradient and divergence. When gradient will come, when divergence will come. Let me tell you, divergence, this term will appear when you are multiplying del with a vector field. Yes or no? Because del also a vector field, P also a vector field. If these both are vector, under that situation, this del dot will be written as divergence. Now if you observe, where gradient will appear if something will appear with the del. With the del, if you are putting scalar, some value, some scalar will appear. Under this situation, del dot will be treated as a gradient. So it depends on the location of the del dot. If del is appearing with a vector quantity, then we are calling it as divergence. If the del is appearing with a scalar quantity, then that is called gradient. Now if you observe, P is a vector field. In the question, if you observe, P is a vector field. So we are going to vector del dot vector field, that will be, that's why here we are writing divergence. Always del is with vector. Now vector dot vector, what will happen? Here also del is a vector, we know del is a vector, P also a vector. So vector dot product of two vector, resultant will become a scalar. So this overall value is going to be a scalar. Now if I am putting del dot a scalar function, del dot scalar means del can be replaced by gradient. That's why this function can also be written as gradient of divergence of P. Did you understand what I am trying to mean here? That's all. Now after that, one more beautiful conclusion I am going to give here. The conclusion is, if you calculate these two, del cross f, you will be getting some answer. And if you express del dot f minus del square P, you will be getting some answer. Definitely this del cross P will become equal to del dot P minus del square P. This both will become true. This both will become equal. Not true. This both will become equal. This is one of the observation. Now what you have to do is, take it as the homework question, cross check, verify whether it is correct or not, and then drop your answer in the comment section. Let us go ahead with the next question. If you observe, the question is, what is the angle? The angle between the two planar vectors. Here they are talking about two vectors, A vector and another one is B vector. We have to identify the angle, that is angle between the two planar vectors. Sir, how can we express the angle between the two planar vectors? Whenever you are requested to calculate the angle between these two vectors, what you have to do is, you have to use the dot product formula of two vectors. See, let me express. If you take A vector cross B vector, similarly A vector dot B vector, this can be expressed as mod of A vector mod of B vector into sin theta. Similarly, A vector dot B vector can be written as mod of A vector dot mod of b vector into cos theta. So whenever you are supposed to calculate the value of angle between the two planar vector, you are requested to go ahead with the a vector dot b vector. So from this, what I can write is, you have to estimate the value of cos theta first. So calculate the value of cos theta, a vector dot b vector upon mod of a dot mod of b. Just to express this, we know a vector is given, b vector also given. So directly by substituting here, we can calculate the value of cos theta. From that we can explore the value of theta. Just to do remember these relations, cross product of two vector can be written in this format. See, already we saw a vector dot b vector can also be dot product of two vector. We know how to write. Similarly, cross means curl. So this is the alternative representation, that is in terms of angle. Okay, that's all. Okay sir, let us take a vector and b vector, and let me substitute all the values here. A vector is given here, b vector also given. Can you please tell me how to calculate mod of a, that is magnitude of a vector? For that I have to go with under square root of coefficient of I vector, we should square, coefficient of j vector we have to square. So square root of root 3 by 2 whole square plus coefficient of j is 1 by 2 whole square. What you will be getting here? From here you will be getting that it will be equal to root 3 whole square will become 3, 2 square will become 4, 1 square will become 1, 2 square will become 4. See there, it will become 4 by 4, or we can say it will be 1. Square root of 1 will be 1 only. Similarly, if you calculate mod of b, same procedure, repeat the same procedure, minus root 3 by 2 whole square plus 1 by 2 whole square, you will be coming up with the same answer, minus 3 by 2 whole square plus 1 by 2 whole square. Once again it will become 1 only. So in the denominator, both values are going to be 1 dot 1. So this overall value will become 1 only. Then in the numerator, let us see a vector dot b vector. While multiplying the vector quantity in the dot product, I told you I vector will be multiplied with I vector, j vector will be multiplied with j vector, I dot I will become 1, j dot j will become 1, all other combination will be 0. Now tell me, what is the value of root 3 by 2 into minus root 3 by 2? Root 3 by 2 into minus root 3 by 2. Let me write plus root 3 by 2 into minus root 3 by 2, that is I dot I, plus j dot j. 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, right? Both are 1 by 2. So j dot j, 1 by 2 will become 1 by 4. Simply you can write down the answer. From here, if you say root 3 into root 3 will become 3. But minus 3 by 2 into 2 will become 4, minus 3 by 4 plus 1 by 4. What you will be getting here? From here it will become minus 1 by 2. Now tell me, what is the value? See here, from here we got the value of cos of theta equal to minus 1 by 2. From here I can say the value of theta will become equal to the value of 120 degree, that is cos inverse of minus 1 by 2 is how much? This value will be equal to 120 degree. That's all. So come back to the options, select the correct answer. The correct answer is option D. So whenever they are asking the planar angle between the two vectors, what you have to do? Just use the dot product. And do remember all other relations also. Sometimes they will be asking you to calculate the value of some other parameter by giving the other expressions. Okay. So this is all for this lecture. Rest of things we will see in the next class. Thank you all.